Hello, my fellow realtors, my marketing partners, my customers, my clients, and my friends. I'm going to make a market report today, October 26th, and I'm going to talk about the challenges that we face in today's market. What's going on right now is people are talking about, are we going to get back to normal? But I think the time we face it, this is the new normal. Government shutdowns, tariffs, inflation, politics, interest rates, insurance, cautious buyers, hesitant sellers, investors with no idea what's going on, and hopefulness and optimism. Supply chain slowdowns, labor shortages, global tensions, technology, AI, remote work, cybersecurity. So when someone says, when will things get back to normal? I says my answer is, I guess the answer is they won't. The old rules don't apply. And that's just not the bad news. It's just a different playing field. And the people who learn how to navigate this new normal instead of waiting for the old one to return are the ones who may come out ahead. Of course, there's always a possibility that doing nothing is the right thing to do. So we're going to talk about motivation. Let's face it, if you don't have to do anything right now, then you don't have to do anything. But if you're renting, and you probably need to buy. If you're moving, you probably need to sell. And no matter who you are, you wish you bought in 2015 or 2020. So what do? We look at the market really the same way we look at the stock market. We look at the real estate market the same way we look at the stock market, and that is by looking at the numbers. Fantasy football or fantasy sports is a great example of how we analyze the past to try to determine the future. So we look at prices, inventory, comparables, days on market, sales price per square foot, location. What we don't do is analyze the market based on Zillow. Zillow are the overpriced, hopeful dreams of sellers, and it has nothing to do with the market. So if you're shopping on Zillow, please reach out to me. Let me get your criteria. And what I'll do is I'll set you up to get the pendings and the solds. Inflation. All right. Apples must be compared to apples. If you're looking at block homes, you've got to look at block homes in comparison. If you're looking at two-car garage homes, you have to look at two-car garage homes in comparison. You got to compare pool homes to pool homes. You do vacant land to vacant land. And we have to figure out what your criteria is. And whether it's a good value or whether it's overpriced will become obvious in hindsight, certainly, but they will become obvious currently. If you jump on a call with me and look at what your criteria is, you can determine whether on any particular day we have a good value or whether it's questionable. So what I'd like you to do is to subscribe to my content. I'm posting right now at Randal, Jenkins, Florida Real Estate Partners, although one of my lesser used feeds is getting more hits, which blows me away. And each day what I'll be doing is posting content that will allow you to see what's going on a daily basis with the real estate market. Further, I put out a lot of content on YouTube, and I invite you to take a look at my YouTube page, which I put up here and it's disappeared, and allow you to, here we go. Here's my YouTube page. Owner financing, building your presence in the market, particular properties, deal of the day, government shutdown and flood insurance. You can actually go on here and say, I want to buy a house. I wonder if Randy has any webinars that will be home buyer webinars. Here's 3 1-hour home buyer webinars that I did live, and you can go back and watch it. I concentrate a lot on down payment assistance, and then I do market reports on particular criteria. When an investor asks me, or a buyer says to me, I want to buy a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2-car garage, I actually make a video that day for them, going through the active, certainly, because if they're a buyer, that's what they're looking at. But it's the pendings and the solds that determine whether it's a smart idea or whether we can determine whether we're overpaying. I invite you to reach out to me for any questions regarding your real estate needs. And if you don't want to call me, I invite you to reach out to me by email. I can send you access to some of my chat GPTs. I'm a big fan of chat GPTs. I've been making chat GPTs for certain markets. I have a Hudson, I have a Florida flood zone guide, I have a Pinellas County. These are all chat GPTs. Tampa Bay Home Buyer Guide, Florida Foreclosure Navigator. Spent a lot of time programming this chat GPT. If you're worried about foreclosure and you're thinking about what are your options, sell in Florida, buy in Alabama, Newport Richie, life tips. Oh my goodness. Let's get off real estate and talk about life tips. I feel low today. What's the simple first step? Share a timeless lessons on balance and health. What did the ancient thinkers think and say about the body? Give me a short wisdom tip I can use right now. This is going to be a randomly generated. When life feels overwhelming and unclear, don't try to fix everything at once. Just take one small step, a drink of water, a kind word, a cleaned corner, a finished task. Each right action builds momentum. Hey, I'm Randy Jenkins. I make these videos for my clients and my marketing group and my fellow realtors and my friends and family. So if you have any questions or comments or just want to reach out and say hello, here's my contact information. Thank you for watching and have a great day.